Hi everyone, this is a very casual video as you can see. I'm just holding my phone right now. Another underrated storytelling moments that I want to share because I was just talking to a friend. She claimed to be a Swiftie, Taylor Swift fan, but we were starting talking about, some of our favorite songs, and I mentioned Getaway Car, which, is from the Reputation album and one of my Stan albums. And if you like Reputation as well, please drop a comment down below because I feel like we should be best friends. So I was talking about Getaway Car, and my friend was like, oh, that song was just okay. What? What do you mean that song is just okay? Like, fake fan alert. And of course, for most of us Swifties, I think we can all agree that Getaway Car is a superior song because it totally slaps. But that conversation with my friends actually also made me realize that there are a lot of interesting lyrical details in the song that were completely overlooked by a lot of the fans. Or at least I think that nobody is talking about it. I couldn't find it on the internet. So I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it here. I'm just gonna use 3 examples of some of the lyrical genius in that song, okay? So the first example is at the very beginning of the song when she said, the ties were black, the lies were white, and shades are great in candlelight, right? That lyrics. I loved it because, first of all, if you don't know, Getaway Car is about her rebounded relationship with the actor Tom Hiddleston. And Getaway Car is essentially a metaphor of that relationship because the reason that she basically got into the relationship with Tom was really trying to get away from her failed relationship right before Tom, right? Which we're not gonna name whoever that is. If you know, you know. So Taylor and Tom's relationship started at the Met Gala. And there's a lot of documentations of that night when they met on the internet. I'm sure you guys all know that, and I'll put a picture up here as well. And so the ties were black, makes sense. Met Gala, super fancy, a black tie event. The lies were white. Well, essentially, she's trying to pretend that she's single so that she can flirt with him because she really just wanted to get out of that other relationship. It's kind of like giving the vibe of, when the band asks me, do I have a boyfriend, I'll say I don't remember, right? That energy. Okay, so it turns out I'm a fake fan myself because the lyrics that I was just referring to is actually, and when I meet the band, they ask, do you have a man? I could still say I don't remember, from Bejeweled. So the lies were white because she wants to flirt. But the next line is where the genius is. She is basically saying that she's horny without saying it. In shades of gray in candlelight, well, first of all, shades of gray is just a beautiful sort of amalgamation of both black and white on the last line. So it's a perfect through line into shades of gray. But also both shades of gray, 50 Shades of Grey, and candlelight all have very sexual meanings to it. So essentially this girl was just saying, I was at this fancy event. I started flirting with this guy by telling some white lies because I'm horny, but in a such more eloquent and elegant way. Love her. Okay, second example. This is in the chorus where she said, don't pretend it's such a mystery. Think about the place where you first met me. Okay, the word met, ingenious word choice because as we now know, the first place that Tom met Taylor is at the Met Gala, literally at the Met. So she didn't say, think about the place when you first saw me, which will work perfect as well, but Met here is intentional. Again, she's a genius. Okay, third example. This is in the bridge, where she basically says, put the money in the bag and I stole the key. That was the last time you ever saw me. Okay, first of all, she did use the word saw here, so just another reason why I feel like the word met is intentional in the chorus. But here, she also said stole the key in the bridge. Stole the key is a great little detail related to Getaway Car, right? Like in a heist, like a Bonnie and Clyde situation where the partners started double-crossing each other, starting lying to each other and betraying each other, stealing the key is kind of like a perfect metaphor for that. But do you know that that lyric also works to indicate some of the musical composition of the song too, because right when she entered the bridge, she literally changed the key of the song. She literally stole the key. Guys, we need to talk more about these things because Taylor Swift is a genius. And if you ever tell me that you don't like Getaway Car, please unsubscribe my channel. For everyone else, please like and subscribe for more Easter eggs and story breakdowns for great storytelling moments like this one.